Good morning, everybody. I know I'm 2 minutes early. I did that on purpose because I'm switching back to my old way of doing the videos, program-wise. And I just wanted to make sure that this time everything is, you could see me, and I'm full screen. So while we're waiting for everybody to jump on, just remind, oh, Frankie, I did it again. Touch my hair. Okay, so just wanted to remind everybody that my name is Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Got my little iPad over here too, so I'm just trying to see if I can keep track of the comments. So jump on, say hi, tell me where you're from. Again, Rose Ward, Stampers.com, and I got to show you this. It's so cute. I even ordered, can you see it? I even ordered myself a little t-shirt that says that. And it matches my business cards. So let's see. Good morning, Teresa. And Teresa, can you see everything full screen, hopefully? So one of the things is I tried different things, okay? I always told my son when he was little, too. You know, he did karate, did t-ball, did football, I think, for one day. Bass guitar lessons. You have to try everything before you find what works for you. And that's true in stamping too. But for me, it's working on these programs. Which one works best for me? Doing the Facebook Lives, which one, you know, is easier for me, because I'm not a technical person. I will be the first to admit that. I think you've seen that from my videos. I just want easy. Technology's great, but I need something that I can remember, because you're going from one system to the other. So again, that's my thing. So I'm going back to the old way of doing the video, so hopefully you can see this full view and not sideways like it was when I did the catalog online launch. So somebody can just let me know that you can see this full view. So it's 7 o'clock, so I'm going to start. I see a few people starting to come on now. So today, what I'm going to be working on is the Joyous Noel, and I can now show you that. Okay, and I'll flip it down later. But that is on page 28 and 29. So I worked on some samples with that set. What can I say? Another great set, right? So let's get started. I'm going to bring the camera down. Please keep your comments coming. Let me know that you can, you know, which one you like, what's going on, and I just want to get into my comments here. If I can't comment right away, I will comment later, and I will answer any questions when I flip the camera back up. So let's get started, okay? The one thing is, just let me know, you know, if I'm going sideways again. Okay, so let me flip the camera. And the reason that this is so tight is so the camera doesn't move and jiggle. And when I tighten it so much, believe it or not, I have arthritis in my hand a little bit, so sometimes I can't tighten it all that way. So right now you should be seeing my screen with the hostess code for the month right here. And hopefully it's the whole screen, okay? All right, so, excuse me. Let's bring this back in. So there's the Joyous Noel. This is the page it's on. So you got your designer series paper, your stamp set, and of course it's the bundle. So you save 10% by getting this great punch, which actually, here's a tip for you. I haven't done it yet, but look, reindeer ears or reindeer antlers. I'm gonna be playing with that this weekend. I thought about that, and I was like, you know, they could be antlers. So, and you have this nice ribbon, the Mary Merlot, which is really Mary Merlot on one side and a copper on the other. So I'm loving that. Little doodads, some doodads and some glitter paper. Loving this set, as I do with all the sets. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's move this out of the way and let's get started. So let me show you some of the samples that I did. Now, you may have seen a couple of these when I did the online catalog launch. But this sample right here is, let me bring it down. This is with our gold foiled envelopes and matching card bases. So what I did here, obviously, was I just used some of the designer series paper with the Mary Merlot. I used the stitch framelit here to stamp the outside, and of course the punch with the glimmer paper. Loving that. So that's one sample. This is another sample that I did. This one was stamped with all the stamp. Let me just bring the stamp set in so you can see that too. Up a little closer. So there's the stamp set. So what I did with this one is, of course, I used all the little greenery, stamped it around, put a little glimmer paper in the back. This tag right here is actually from our embellishments from the annual catalog, and I'm going to be showing you a few things using the annual catalog too. Okay, this is the embellishment kit. It's in the annual catalog, and if you bought this, if you didn't, you're going to love it. There's these die-cut labels. So that's what I used for this right here. Because when we get excited, and yes, we are excited, I'm so excited too, about the holiday catalog, we tend to forget what's in the annual catalog. And we don't want to do that. Okay, so this was the hand-stamped one. I did a lot of tags using the punch. This one is also using the background paper, the designer series paper. I'll bring these back in again. I'm going to be working on these for my tag class. But as you can see, I used that punch quite a bit. Actually, for almost every tag. But what's not to love, right? Okay, now the next card, and there's several samples with this. I don't know the name of the fold because I actually figured it out myself. I'm sure there's a fold like this online. But what I did, and let me bring this in, if anybody gets the My Paper Pumpkin, okay, remember this one? Well, I just like that fold, and I like the idea of the two different tones or designs, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I should be doing it this way, huh? I'm sorry. Was I doing it upside down again? Okay. So what I did was I just got the measurements from this. Now, this one was 4 1/4, but it was 11 1/2 long, and I didn't want to use my 12 by 12 paper for a card. Okay. So what I did was I just finagled it, cut it down, and made it a little bit smaller. So let me show you what I did with that. Okay, this is the one I'm actually going to be stamping. Okay. And of course there's the doodads. And then you can open it that way. And the Mary Merlot goes so well with the Sierra Sand. I know crumb cake goes well with it too, but I wanted to use up Sierra Sand because I don't really use that. Or is this one yep, that's a Sierra Sand. I was playing so much last night. So, and I will give you the measurements on this. But again, I don't know what it's called because I just played around with our My Paper Pumpkin card and cut it down and got my own measurements. So I'm going to put this over here for a minute and show you the same card. Actually, let me put it here. So when I give you the measurements, this is the wider flap, and that I made the top on this one. This one, same measurements. Isn't that gorgeous? But the top is the smaller piece. See, there's the larger one. So you can do it either way. Does that make sense? Now with this one, what I did, and I'll bring it up a little closer so you can see, I edged that with some Versamark and into the copper embossing powder. And this is with the Tranquil Tide. And of course our ribbon from the annual catalog. This tag is also from the annual catalog, which is, let me find it here. I put everything right here so I would remember. Okay, so don't overlook these tags to use with your Christmas cards. So this is from the Foliage Framelit set. And there's the tag that's in there. Okay, I guess I gotta move over this way. So that's that tag. Okay. And I just love this fold. And of course, I did the little embossing inside here, too, with the copper. And, of course, the copper on here. So, and this was like a little coppery paper. Oh, and I don't know if you can see it, but I also used the copper metallic thread here. All right. And then I did the same card. And I'm going to give you the measurements and everything. But I did it sideways. And I also used the, I have everything right here. Did I bring it over here? I think I did. I thought I did. The other designer series paper, I guess I left it over on the table, from the Frosted Florals. So I made a different one. And I just stamped it the opposite way. Now this, of course, is the boxwood. And again, this framelit set is this one right here, if you can see it. I always put them on this side so you don't have to look at all the framelits, although they're all beautiful. But this is that double framelit. Works well with any set. Okay. And this is also the shimmery white paper. But again, and oh, and the other thing is, you know, we have the doodads for the holiday catalog, all the different ones. But don't forget the sequins that are in the annual catalog. This is mint macaron. I think that goes really well with this paper. The shimmery white goes great with this paper because this is shimmery. And then these are the sequins that are in the regular catalog, the annual catalog. So you want to make sure that you don't overlook that when you're doing your Christmas cards or your holiday cards. And again, so, oop, he fell off. That's okay, watch this. I got my little doodad here. Whoop. My little pick tool. Loving this tool. I have used this, which I'm going to turn around because I might have to use it so many times already to lift things up if I make a mistake. Just that piece alone is worth it to me. Okay, so I'll bring those back in a minute. Let's get stamping, okay? So for this card, I'm going to do the same card that I just showed you and give you the measurements. I'm just going to use some different designer series paper from the Joyous Noel set. And the designer series paper, let me just bring it in and tell you again. If you don't have a catalog, just get in touch with me. I can send you one out free. And the paper is Joyous Noel also. Page 28. Free catalog. Just email me. Let me know if you don't have a demonstrator. Okay. So on this one, the card base. And I'm just trying to see if I have any comments yet. Okay. So the card base is 4 1/4 by 11. Now remember, this one was 11 1/2, the one I took it from, but I didn't want to use 12 by 12 paper. And plus you can get 2 cards out of it this way. So it's 4 1/4 by 11 1/2. And you might not be able to see them, but it's scored at 2 1/2 and then 7 3/4. I will put this on the Facebook page video later and also on my YouTube channel. If you know anybody that's not on Facebook, and also for you, just tell them to go to my YouTube channel, Stampersdelight, and they can subscribe there. I do transfer over the videos. Again, that's scored at 2 1/2 and 7 3/4. So we'll just fold that up. What you want to make sure you do with this card is you want to make sure you use your bone folder, which I'm looking for. I'll grab another one. Oh, I've used so many of them, I keep walking around with them and they keep walking away. Okay, I know it's on here somewhere. Oh, it's under my paper trimmer. See, I knew I had it. And I'm just going to make sure I get that right. And you want to give it a real good or you can use your paper trimmer. So there's how I got that fold. Nothing, I mean, it's not hard. I think it's a great looking card though. Then you've got 2 pieces of designer series paper. The designer series paper, one piece is 2 1/2 by 4. And the other piece is 4 by 3. Okay. So for that, those pieces, of course, go here. And then you can always trim it down a little bit if you want more of the Mary Merlot showing. Now, again, you can make this card go the flap, large flap like that. You can do it sideways, or you can have this flap this way, whichever way you want. I think I'm going to, well, I think I'll do it this way, the same way I did the original one, okay? And then I'll just show them to you again. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to snail down my bottom piece. And hopefully I'm still in camera view. I keep moving out of the way here. And I'm just going to line that up. Make sure it's straight. Now for this piece here, before I glue that down, I'm going to put some Mary Merlot on the back. Now this is the way I do it. Just, I mean, you can wrap it around the whole thing, but I like to save a little bit if I can. So I'm just going to take my Mary Merlot, wrap it around this way. That'll hold it in place until I'm ready to glue it down. Okay, so we got that. And then I can also see if I didn't do it straight, I can just lift that up a little bit and move it. Okay, so that's going to go right there. So we'll go ahead and snail that down. Okay, and we're just going to line this up right here. Let me just put this on there. And I can line up my designer series paper because it's the same width. It's 4. That's a little bit crooked up there, but I don't think anybody will notice that. Probably wouldn't have if I didn't even say it, right? Okay, so there's the start of my card. Now, again, the label I'm using for this one, instead of the stitched framelits, I'm using the one from, which one did I say I was using? Put them over here so I wouldn't. This is from the floral framelit set, okay? And I'm gonna get, oh, and this is the Mary Merlot again, and the Sierra Sand. All right, I'm gonna bring in the Noel. And get my, I should be using my pad, but I don't always use that. Okay. Okay. Just put that over there for a second. This is going to go right here. But before I do that, I'm going to add a little bit more to it. So let's see. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some copper ribbon or copper metallic thread. Put a little bit of snail there, and this is the way I do the metallic thread. Okay, I just wrap it around my fingers like this a couple of times, snip it, pinch it, you don't care if it's messy, okay, it's kind of what it's supposed to be, and glue it down right there. That's why I put that down there. So you have some metallic thread. That's going to go right there. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I just don't want to spill my coffee over here. And there's my dimensionals right there. So let's put some of these on there. Am I still in camera view, girls? Good. And stay tuned for the end of this, for the prize patrol, because I have a special prize patrol today. I always put one in the middle also, wherever I glued down anything, so it gives it a little extra oomph. It looks almost like a cat face. So who else is happy it's Friday? I am. I think it's going to be a rainy Friday. I'm not sure, but it's raining today, but that's okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead put that. Now you can also put it down here like I did this one and have that little bit of lip there. But I don't want to do that on this one, and I'll show you why. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take those little ends and trim them off a little bit. Okay, so I'm bringing that in, and you just see a little bit of the metallic thread. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my punch and take the green. I'll take all 3 colors, actually. Do this a little different. And I'm going to go ahead and punch two of those out. I could have actually punched these out ahead of time, but I actually just changed my mind on how I was doing this card. Okay. And let's see if I can get 2 green out of here without having to cut it. I think I can. Go ahead. Okay. Now we got the green. We got everything. Okay. So bringing this in again, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of each. I'm going to layer these. See which way I want to layer them. I think I'll go with the red down. Okay. I'll tuck those under there. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just grab my silicone pad first. That's the way I want them. So I'm just laying them down. I'm going to snail them together so I don't forget which way I want them. Get some good snail in there. Pick that up. And I'm just going to tuck that right under there. That looks nice just like that, doesn't it? Okay. But I want a little bit more on the front, I think. So what I'm going to do is the same thing. So we got the red, the green, and the copper. And again, I'm going to bring that in. And I'd also like to say happy birthday to my mother-in-law, who turns 93 today. She's not on Facebook, but I'm going to give her a shout out anyway. Happy birthday. Okay, so there I have another set, and I'm just going to put that one, I think, right up here. Oop. Just lift that up a little bit. There we go. There's the front of my card. Now, for the inside, you're just going to take a piece of the Sierra Sand, and this is 5 by 4. Okay, that's what fits in there, 5 by 4. And we're just going to stamp, let's see, this says Noel, so let's say, fill the season with happiness. Okay. I'm going to bring this down. Hopefully, you might not be able to see the whole thing, but I want to just line it up. And I'm just stamping, fill the season with happiness. Then I'm bringing in my little berries, I guess it is. I'm going to bring that right in there. Then this one fills it in. What I usually do, if I'm not making it a different color, is I'm going to stamp off once and then just go right back in there and stamp it again so it's a little bit lighter. Okay, so you can see that. And then I'm just going to flip it open. And I'm going to go ahead and put that right in here. Again, leave me comments, ladies and gentlemen, stampers of all ages, and I will answer your comments when I flip it back up or later. So there's my card. Okay. And it does get better. So now we got the card. How about the envelope? Okay, so there's two things you can do with the envelope, but what I'm going to show you is if you have, where did I put it? This one is right here. If you have the beautiful layer thinlit dies, there's a piece in here that you can actually use, and I did this on one of the other videos, that cuts out a piece right here so that you can put it on the outside of your envelope or the inside. You can make like a framelit insert. But I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to show you another way to do it in case you didn't get that set yet. This piece, which matches, okay, is like 7 inches long, maybe a little bit over 7, and 3 inches. It's actually a piece I had left over. So what I'm going to do, you can make an insert, but you can also decorate the outside of your envelope, and it's very simple. You're going to snail. You're going to snail right on there, and you're just going to butt that up to the fold. Press it down. I got to grab my other snail. I think that one just ran out. Okay, you're going to do that. Then you're going to flip it over, and all you're going to do is just trim that. Trim it around. There's nothing like having your envelope match your card. It just looks so elegant. Whether you stamp it, whether you put an insert of designer series paper in there. We don't like naked envelopes. And now I have a matching envelope for my card. So I hope you like that one. So we're not done yet. I did a couple extra things here just in case we had time. Let me bring them in. Okay, so these two pieces, again, this is 2 inches, 2 by 4, okay? And this was actually another leftover piece. And what I decided to do was I wanted to show you how I made these cute little tags. Nothing hard about it. This was a strip left over, which almost fits. Might be a little too long. But I'm going to bring in my tag punch, which is in the annual catalog. 2 inches fits in here perfect. Make that right there. Put that piece. Now, this piece was a little bit wider, I think. Maybe not. But again, this was just a scrap piece. You can also use the other side, but I like anything that shines. You can just cut it off or you can trim it off. I'm going to just see. Let's see. This is 4 inches long. I'm going to make it just, I'm not even measuring it, just taking a little piece off there. See if that's big enough. Nope, still too long. Okay, so let me bring that back in here and make it, let's see, 3.5. That should do it. Okay, so that piece is 3.5 inches long. Again, it was just a scrap piece. And that should fit right on there. And it's still too long. I can't believe it. Okay, we're going to make it 3. I think 3 is going to be too short. Okay, 3.25. I'm going to just keep doing it until I get it right. There we go, 3.25. Okay. So, again, this is how quick and easy you can make some great tags with leftover cardstock and designer series paper. I'm just going to put that right up there. And I have another tag with this Sierra Sand. And this one I'm just going to put, and you can put a saying on a tag and the to and from on the back. This says, may your Christmas be holly, jolly, and bright. So let's go ahead and ink that up. I want to make sure I'm in camera view for you. Okay. And then again, I'm going to use dimensionals on this. Now this you got to be careful. You don't want the dimensionals to be outside your area here. That'll go right there. This will be one of the tags we'll be doing at my tag class on September 28th. Or something similar. And then again, I'm going to take my punch. I'm just going to cut away some of this. So I can get back in there. Don't throw that out because you might need a little piece of something. Piece of green. And get some red in there. Loving all these colors. Love, love, love them. And let's take some copper. Okay. So we got 3 pieces here, except for my green. Where'd my green go? I mean my copper. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. All right, and then I'm going to layer these. I think I'm going to layer them down here. Don't have to do them all on top. You can do them just like this. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. Okay, see, I just decided something different. Okay, so let's get the snail, and I'm not going to bother with my, put that one there, this one here. Put that one right up there, and the copper one right here. So there we have a nice tag, and then we can bring in the Mary Merlot ribbon. And I'm not really measuring, I just grab a piece. I don't know, let's see how long that is. Like 10 inches. The way I do my tags is I put both pieces. Just slide both pieces in here. My light went off here. Okay. There we go. Slide them in. Of course, when I'm doing it, silly me, I was trying both of them. Slide that in like that, okay? I always pull one up a little bit longer than the other, but you can always cut it. I just wrap it around, tie a knot somewhere in there. This is just the way I do them, the tags, but you can do it any way you want. And then I like to snip off the edge. So there you have it. There's a cute little tag. And of course on the back I would put a to and from. And with that I use the what is it? The stamp set, the Botanical Bliss, because that's got a great to and from on there. So this is just a cute little tag. Keep forgetting to turn it the other way. And here's the other one I did. And again, it's a great way to use up your scraps. And then another way to use up your scraps is I had a lot of these little pieces. And I can do all the same, or I can flip them around. I'm going to just flip them around. So what I did with that was I brought in a piece of Tranquil Tide and a piece of the Mary Merlot, and I'm just going to make a quick and easy card. Just layering that on top of each other. And then I'm just going to take my Designer Series paper, and these pieces were 4 by a little over 1.5. And again, they were just pieces I had left over. Okay. So I'm just going to line those up a little bit here. And it's hard for me to, I'm a stand-up stamper, so. Okay, and then I'm going to use the other side here, flip that around. Put it in about right there. It looks about right. And then again, just go ahead with this one. Okay, then I've got this piece right here. And I'm just going to see what saying is going to fit. Well, let's put the Noel on there since I have that one already here. Just going to put Noel. I don't have my other punch here, so I'll just do it this way. I'll hand do it. Okay, usually I use my tailored punch for this, but okay. And I'm just going to put Noel there with dimensionals. Put one more in there because it's a thicker piece. Put it right about there. Grab some more of these. I love this punch, in case you couldn't tell. I'm going to grab the copper, one of each again, because I want to bring in all the colors, and it really brings them out. Let's see, we need another piece of green. And the red. And every time I pop them out, I lose one. Okay, so this one I'm going to put like right here. Okay, that's good. I just like to play around with them first and see where I want to put them. So I want to put, I think I had them this way. Either way, they're going to look good, but no, I'm going to put this one here because it's behind the Mary Merlot, and I want that to stand out a little bit more. Make sure it's down. And then I'm going to bring in my doodads, my clear and frosted epoxy elements here. Spatula, that's what I call it anyway. And I'm just going to put a few of these here. Didn't want him there. And maybe I'll put one there. Okay, maybe I'll put two there. There we go. Quick, easy card using your scraps. Not much to it. So I hope you like that. This is a great, I have a lot of these small pieces, and you can mix and match them. You can do squares. You can do anything with them. Okay, it's just a great way to use up your scraps. And look at that Christmas card. Who wouldn't want to get that card? I would. You can send it to me. Okay, so again, let me bring in the samples. Oh, that's what I forgot to use. I forgot that. That's okay. We'll use it again next time because I use so many of the punch pieces. But here they are in the bag. And actually, I could probably do this. Let me see. Okay, real quick, let's see. What you could do is just slide this one. Oh, there we go. Okay, just changed my card again. Okay, there we go, another new card because I do like those. I would put a dimensional back here, which I will do later to hold that in a little bit better. Okay, so there's those cards. Again, here's the one with the frosted florals. I love this paper too. I just ordered more of that. I still have my paper share going on. If anybody wants to get in on that, contact me, okay? I will put it back on the Facebook page too when I'm done. This one. Oh, yes, and we have to have the matching envelope right there to show you again. Let me move these out of the way before I get something on them. Oh, I love that. Love, love, love. I think I just made my Christmas cards. Okay, and then we have this one, which was stamped. Actually, that's the first one with no designer series paper today. And then we have this one with the gold foiled envelope. which you can get in the new catalog. Okay, so I'm going to flip this up. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much. I did see some of your comments. I will comment back. Whoop, sorry about that. I will comment back later on. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. I will be back here on Sunday at 7 p.m. with another new set to play with and show you. And in the meantime, don't forget, if you need a catalog, just contact me if you don't have a demonstrator. So now, before I head off to work, I'm going to do my prize patrol. So the winner of the prize patrol today is everybody. Want to know a little more? Okay. Everybody who orders through me, don't use my hostess code. You have to order through me in order to get this, okay? Is going to get $10 off any order. It's good only through me. You can't use my online code, and you can't do it online because I am giving you $10 off any order. That starts today, and it ends next Thursday. So get those orders into me, ladies and gentlemen. It's a thank you for everything and everybody that has tuned in, shared my videos, helped me get this far on earning my trip to Greece. Even though I haven't earned it, I have learned so much, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So again, $10 off any order. You just have to email me the order or contact me. Okay? It's my thank you to you. So thank you again. See you back here Sunday night at 7 p.m. Have a great week. Bye. Happy stamping.